Now, it's one of the most iconic images ever taken, and now the man who took it has died. Earthrise is a picture of our planet taken on Christmas Eve in 1968. It shows the Earth rising above the horizon from the barren lunar surface. The man who took the photo was Bill Anders, an astronaut with the Apollo 8 mission. He's now died in a plane crash at the age of 90. Well, let's speak to Leroy Chiao, who's a former astronaut and who was once commander of the International Space Station. Thank you very much indeed for being with us on the BBC. I understand that you actually knew him. What are your memories of him?
Yes, I was fortunate enough to meet Bill twice, once at an aviation event that was held at Baron Hilton's ranch outside of Reno. And then he also participated in a conference on risk and exploration that I was a co-chair of. So very nice man, but also very serious, the consummate astronaut and pilot. He went on and lived a very full life. He ran General Dynamics after he left NASA and continued to fly airplanes. He turned 90 earlier this year and was still, by all accounts, sharp as a tack and very physically active and, of course, still flying. And so it's sad that he died in a plane crash, but, he lived a full life and was doing what he loved.
And tell us what you think his legacy will be.
Well, certainly the Apollo 8 mission was a very daring mission, a very bold mission, kind of conceived, very late in the game for the launch as far as mission planning goes. And it was a gamble that the Americans, the United States, took to go ahead and go around the moon with the Apollo spacecraft because our lunar lander wasn't ready yet. And so, as you pointed out, Bill took that iconic Earthrise picture that is still seen all the time. I've used it myself, and he will be remembered and missed by all of us, but especially among us professional astronauts.
And Bill Anders said about that moment when he took the photo, he said, "We came all this way to explore the moon, and the most important thing that we discovered was the Earth." What are your reflections? I mean, you've been one of the rare people who's actually been in space. Tell us about what that's like.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing better when you're in space than to look back at the Earth and marvel at the beauty of our planet. Every part looks different in its own way, and it's much more colorful and vibrant than you might imagine. And the Apollo astronauts so far are the only ones who have seen Earth in its entirety when they, go far enough away to see it. Because since the Apollo program, of course, all astronauts have been in low Earth orbit. But still, we didn't quite get the perspective they did. But, flying in low Earth orbit for, 2/3 of a year or so, I did get to see a lot of it and understand what he meant by those words.
And do you think that photo actually sort of changed the way we consider the Earth? I mean, people have sometimes said that it was the start of the kind of movement to protect our environment. Is that fair, do you think?
I think that's a good statement. It's a fair statement. To get that perspective and hear descriptions of it from the man and the astronauts who've been there and have seen it, and from the astronauts that have been in low Earth orbit, we all get an impression. We get a step back in our perspective, and we look at our beautiful planet, and you want to take care of it. You want to do what's right and keep it, in a healthy state.
Leroy Chiao, thank you very much indeed for giving us your recollections of Bill Anders, the Apollo 8 astronaut who's died at the age of 90. Thank you very much.
Thank you.